Previously on Acting Challenge reality show,
concluded
we see
all
Alero
that
becoming
I've
the
sent,
first head of house,
all he has
also
sent
known
us
as the
to do.
production manager of the
I
theater
hereby
house.
announce Alero as your first.
During the course of the week, top Nollywood personnel visited the house to orientate and teach the housemates. Not too long, the housemates had the chance to run their first monologue.
Boza!
Not guilty, my lord.
Who na enter? Fire anybody wey stand for una road. Na hear me so. When we wan do all of us, when it go change us our life.
It's a new day. The sun shines bright. The housemates vibrant and happy, ready to move on with the day. The housemates start their day with the regular workout section.
Don't give up, come on. Hey! My man. Someone laying down like that. 9, 8, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, come on, like that now. 4, let's go. 5, let's go. 6, let's go. 7, let's go. 12, 8, let's go. 9, 10, let's go. 1, let's go. 3, this is not baby ball. 8, let's go. Legs. Stretch it out like this. Let's go. Stretch it out. Don't cool down. We don't get it good. Let's go. Pain if you don't do that. Let's go. Stretch it out. 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 Come on. Stretch it out. So I'm going to, everyone's going to stand separately. Roommates, like your roommates, you stand left, right, you do everywhere, but just stand close to your roommates, just divide yourself according to your room. That's what I meant.
In the midst of the workouts, they received a message stating their tasks for the day. The housemates shared themselves amongst each other, ready to take the tasks for the day.
Your society is now self-device. So now, what are the attributes I need to attach to myself to make me spiritually sound and that suits me to biblical or Quran? Because it's not just ministerial apostle.
Not too long into the day, they received a surprise visit from the theater director, giving them the most shocking news of the day.
There was an argument, there was a quarrel in the house.
There was. You have to open up the theater director because you're on camera reading.
You You think I don't know what I'm talking about?
Actually, yesterday, there was a camera on you and Navi having a conversation. And every camera recording is being submitted to the director of theatre.
Sorry, maybe I don't understand. Between myself and him.
Navi.
Navi. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. If it's for Navi, while the shoot was going on, we were here trying to just keep ourselves going. We gave ourselves some tasks to do while other persons were busy. We didn't just want to sit idle. So I sat here. Screen guard was here. We gave ourselves situations. And then she was not here. Then she came into the system, perhaps because it was getting interesting. She came in and said, I want to act. And I said, no, hold on. You don't know what we've been doing. Just sit and watch. But she insisted. I said, okay. Now, you don't understand the situation. Let me explain to you. And how do I explain? Watch me explain to this next actor that is going on set. I started all over again. For me to turn, I saw her talking with Oma. That was when I said, do you understand what I was saying? That's when I realized that she was talking to us like, you asked me to, I'm doing this explanation because of you. The next thing she said was, I know it already. She was explaining to me. And I was like, okay, why didn't you tell me so that I won't bother myself? I will just go ahead. That was stupid. Then I went further and I said, everything I am doing here is not, don't take it personal. I've been on set. There are situations where when you get director involved, pay attention to him. If you do this to the director, you might not find it funny with the director. And we were cool. Even when we had our dinner, I personally took her plate. I forgot about it. And I was not serious about it really when I made that statement. Then by the time we were done with the whole thing for the day, she came into the room very upset, very angry. She explained. And I said, oh, okay, probably what I said got to her. Then I apologized. I said, I am sorry that I made that statement. I felt we are okay. And for the fact that you're from Edo State, I felt really, really comfortable. And really, I didn't know what I ever said will ever get to you. But you should have said it immediately that you stepped on me. I apologize immediately. That was what happened, and we're cool. We resolved the whole thing yesterday.
Do you have anything to add? Please.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not even aware of all these incidents.
Okay. Okay, sit. We will try as much as we can to be one. It's a competition, it's not a fight. There are healthy competitions. Okay? Very soon some will leave, some will stay. But life goes on. Because I'm watching. Beyond what you think. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
All of you, how many strikes do you need to be disqualified? 3. If you have 3 strikes, you are disqualified. I understand the first task I gave to you guys. Who can remember the first task I gave to you guys when you came into my house?
Choosing the PM.
Absolutely.
But the truth is, what did I do then? What did I say? Listen to me, I am not a child. You and Screen God had a conversation that made Screen God turn and tell me, Alpha, you know, so we get time factor. This one when you pick Corey. Then instantly I felt angry and turned because listen to me, sit down, 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 sit sit down and say
You go relate to your matter. You go relate to your matter now.
sit down and say no word.
After I did not beg anybody to pick me as
I
didn't like anybody to be talking.
We are all here
How to face me? If I don't talk, you don't know say I don't know what
If I hear your voice again, I'm going to write a report against you, and that's a big problem for you. Do not speak again.
That's I came.
I said do not speak again. Listen. Nonso, come back. Nonso, be man. This guy is my man. As he dey here, he knows. But what I want now is that I expect my niggas to just be mute. See, I tell you the truth. If I was not the PM and I had that issue that happened today and I was given a strike, the PM was given a strike, everybody strike, do you know, I tell you the truth. I will not utter a word again anytime anybody is talking. I will just be quiet and observe. I will put myself fully in the game now. Do you understand? So I did not want to hear any. I don't want the guys that I expect to actually be top notch in the game to probably be the one pressurizing me. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't tell me that people are there and there is time factor. I don't want to hear it. It pisses me off. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit down.
Something like this now. You just sit. No worry, we talk.
All of us the guys. I organize. I still say don't say a word again. Don't say a word. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Don't say a word. Please don't say a word. Please don't say a word. Please, I'm begging you now, please. When I was speaking this entire thing, I knew what I was doing. That is why when I picked Korede, I said I picked Nonso because I know already Nonso has idea about directing. So Nonso was going to be the PM and Nonso was going to assist him. Before you know, they don't come.
Is it possible for you to listen?
And now the housemates are ready for the task for the day. They were mandated to speak on the effects of social media on the society.
Alright, good day, housemates.
Good day, sir.
I will be judging you based on these criteria: confidence, articulation, vocabulary, dressing, validity of the points, uniqueness, and time.
Okay, so can you introduce yourself and then thank you very much.
Alright, thank you very much, George. Good day, judges. Good day, fellow housemates. My name is Nonso Opore from House 2. And I am here to propose the motion that says that social media has really caused harm to the society than good. With this few points.
Your time starts now.
Thank you very much. Looking at the society today, we have seen a lot of chaos that social media has put most people into. For instance, let's look at the cybercrime like fraud and scams. Now, a lot of youth indulge into fraud easily through social media. How do they do this? Most of them put up a profile like who they are not, deceiving the public that they are who they are not, just to get what they want. Social media, that can only be done through social media. Now, this same social media has turned some youth, have made them to lose their means of existence. For instance, they come up on social media, they go to studio and take pictures, do it the way they want, put it up and hide their real identity just to make other people feel less, whereas on the reality they are not who they are. So they have lost their self-names through social media. Social media has also caused damage by helping people organize violent movements. Why do I say this? Let's go back to 20th October 2020. Something happened, the Lekki toll gate. It was supposed to be a peaceful protest. But because of social media, most people had already agreed among themselves that this is what we are going to do. Let's do it this way, let's do it this way. And before you know it, something that was...
Daisy, popularly known as Honey Bee in the house. I'm here to oppose the motion that says social media has done more harm than good. I disagree. Why do I say so? For instance, before I start, firstly, what is social media? Social media is a platform that helps us connect, communicate, explore, transact, and informs. This is an informative platform that helps us do too many things, give us opportunities. Now, let me come down to information. Why do I say it informs us? It's because one, for instance, acting challenge reality TV show. Most of these housemates, or in fact, almost all the housemates, got this show on Instagram, on IG, or probably some bloggers handles. If they didn't go to the social media, they wouldn't have an opportunity to be on this show today. Two, the last NSAS with the COVID-19 that happened earlier 2019, and the recent ongoing Ukraine and Russia crisis, the ongoing war in Ukraine and Russia. These are things that we can get on social media because most people do not go to newspapers or radio or TVs to look at all these informations. Some churches do not even allow people to watch TVs in their houses. For instance, Deeper Life, you can't see them having TV in their houses. Why? Because they see that as a contraband. So if you have your phone, with a slight opportunity of a minute, you will go online and make your researches and get informations. With this little few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince and not confuse you that social media has done more good than harm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next.
Okay. I'm of the opinion that social media has done more harm than good in our society. With these few points of mine.
Sorry, excuse me. You're saying something. You said it has done more harm.
Has done more
harm than good.
In our society.
Thank you.
Okay. First, it has caused a lot of desperation in the life of the youths, whereby some of them come up online when watches most of our celebrities and their lifestyle, their dressing and all that, their flamboyant lifestyle. They go by copying them and try to live up to the standard at all means to belong to society, whereby involving themselves into a lot of crimes like kidnapping, cyber crime, and rituals. With these 2 points of mine, I'm here to convince you and not confuse you that social media has done more harm than good in our society. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Timekeeper, co-debaters and fellow housemates. My name is Ijoma Obedience, known as Oma. I'm here to oppose the motion. I'm here against the motion that says social media has done more harm than good, saying that social media has done more good than harm. Coming from the educational system, during the COVID-19 breakout in late 2019 and early 2020, we had incidents where students couldn't go to school because of the restriction and the stay at home. Students took classes online. We have the Zoom, we have live stream from YouTube, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So through the internet, they were educated, they were not left behind because they couldn't go to school. Secondly, there are people, just like you go to school normally, there are people who have phobia for people. They don't go close to people. With internet, they can stay in the comfort of their home, receive classes like normal people, graduate with good degrees, and they will still have the same value as people who attended physical university or physical schools. Thirdly, we have cases of students who go to internet to find information about assignments or projects, tests, and so on. So the internet has really been helpful in the educational system, and I'm sure with these few points of mine, I'm able to convince you and not to confuse you that social media has done more good than harm. Thank you. social media has exposed a lot of minors to sexual abuse. Firstly, you get children under 18 on social media going around portraying themselves around married men. Better still, the married men coming to them simply because they feel they are matured enough. And you also see cases of young boys who are in search of sugar mummies. And that's
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kiki. Next, please.
My name is Idi Silvano Celia, also known as Sly. I'm here to support the motion that said social media has done more good than harm to the society. With my fellow point.
Sly, what house are you from? So, thank you. Please go ahead.
So firstly, I will try to define what social media is. So we see social media as a universal platform which is universally acceptable and people use it for their importance. I heard two of my counterparts says that social media influence people in cyber crimes, but I want them to know that that same social media they think influence people in social media or social media cyber crimes is that same social media that brings out content creators outside there to go on the street and help people raise funds in their business and others. And I still heard one of them said, talked about the underage of what social media exposed them to. But I want them to know that in social media, there are things that underage are not supposed to come across. And that is true, very true. So if you are telling me that underage gets spoiled in social media, then I said no, because there are certain things, videos, contents that underage are not supposed to come across. Thank you. With these few points of mine, I believe you are convinced that social media have done more good than harm to the society.
Thank you very much.
I'm here to move the motion, which says social media has done more harm than good. But before I proceed, I hear my one of my opposers saying that it helps in students to go, like it helps students study in online. And she made mention during the during the days of COVID-19 or during those years of COVID-19. But she forgot that the same social media has done more harm to same students with the following point of mind. Permit me to take you back in those days when students study, when students read, burn their night candles in order to get what they want. When there are students that is very intelligent who can come and defend their courses. When they have a graduate who can defend their results. When they have a graduate who can come out fair and claim what they read, what they said that they read. But in this time now, social media have made us to have a graduate illiterates who cannot even defend the certificate they have on their hands. Who cannot even stand firm to talk about, even to defend, maybe they say that they study public administration, cannot even know the meaning of public administration because they only browse to get the immediate answer, while that they cannot use their brain. This is what social media is causing. It has caused many harm than good to stand. Or should I even bring it to the culture aspect? Will I take you back to those days when we dress our culture? Igbo people dress their culture in order to bring it out, because I know that Igbo culture is very okay. But now there's nothing like culture again. Because of social media, we meet the lifestyle of what we don't even know about. We meet the lifestyle of nonsense, like the lifestyle of being half naked.
Thank you. Thank you. Housemates, going forward, please, when you get Sorry, can we have you quiet? Thank you.
It's quite obvious that 40 to 50% of Nigeria, I'm still the word, got connection through social media. Fine, I will use myself as a case study. I am a fashion designer. I make clothes. While starting up, I just make clothes for my sisters, my mothers, and probably some friends. But there's this friend of mine who told me, girl, you can go, just make clothes in different quantities, make clothes in different designs, try to post them online, and see the reaction of your friends online. Of which I did. I made different clothes, I made different sizes, I posted it online. And to my greatest surprise, I got a lot of messages from my team. I got messages for different quantities of clothes. So I hear a lot of my opponents saying it has done so much harm than good. But I'm here to tell you that it has done so much good than harm. And I'm sure with this viewpoint of mine, or this example of mine, you are convinced and not confused. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm Lillian Ejiro, aka Pinopino. I'm from Hastu. I'm of the opinion that social media has caused harmful effects on the society than good in the aspect of fake services and delivery. Now, in our society today, we see a lot of people, they create content and other people go to their page, they copy their content and they bring it for people to see. Some will say, I do this, I do that, I sell this, and people go there. When they go to their page, they see different things. And when you order, okay, I saw this on your page, I'm asking you for this. When you get there, you see a different thing entirely. And now, in the aspect of delivery, a lot of people, when you make payment and say, okay, I'm asking, you posted this thing on your page and I want this thing, at the end of the day, you get a different thing entirely. Like what my opponent said, he said she is a fashion designer. I've seen a lot of people post products like that. They post things online and say, I am a fashion designer. And by the time you tell them, okay, I love what you posted, please can I get a feedback of what you posted? You get a different thing from what you've requested. So in another form, social media has also caused emotional damage, health damage, physical damage to a lot of people in our society. Social media has made fake rumors spread so fast in our society. I believe with those few points of mine, I have been able to convince you that social media has caused harmful effects than good in our society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pinopino.
All procedures be observed. My name is Ruth Ababa, also known as Ru Next Door. I'm here to oppose the motion that says social media has done more harm than good in the society. First of all, I'll talk about influence. We all have our role models we look up to. We not only want to be like these people, we also want to behave like them, we want to act like them. This is our role model, people we look up to. Social media has helped us to not only interact with them by their day-to-day posts, it has also helped us see them through their life and their YouTube streams. My opponent was talking about cybercrime. This same cybercrime has helped put food on so many tables. We don't even have jobs these days. So imagine there is nothing for them to do. An idle man is a devil's workshop. So you prefer them going to the streets to go and rob people? They will stay in their houses through social media and make money for themselves. My other counterpart say underage. In the industry as we have now, we have underage actors. Okay, I'm not calling underage, young actors. These people go online. I can bring my child, take her, audition her, post her on social media. Before you know it, she's there, she's at the top, she's trending, she's acting, and she's doing what she knows how to do best. Okay, we also have social media influencers that influence brand products. Imagine I'm an influencer for this show. I go online with my millions of followers and I talk about this show. Do you know how much I'm going to make for the producers through my followers? I'm going to be able to reach people day by day to tell them that this brand is one of the best that they ever have. And it's going to bring good name to this brand. I hope with these few points of mine, I'm able to come.
My name is Miracle Godfrey, known as
I would not like any side talks, please. Thank you very much. You can continue.
I am here to support the motion which says social media has actually done more harm than good to society. Nowadays, the youths are actually addicted to phones, computers, internet, and so on. You might be cooking and you question your phone and the food gets burnt. most times even watching too much of TV, using the phones too much causes eye problems. So it has actually caused more harm than good to the people, especially to the youth and children of nowadays. And again, it has caused more harm than good because information about an individual is no longer confidential. Just like your news, it can go out at any time. Your information with your bank and everything can be spread out. So I am here to support the motion which says social media has caused more harm than good to the society. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Sobiana Johnson, known as Biana in the house. Good evening, my panel of judges, accurate timekeepers, my fellow housemates, and my co-debaters. Okay, I am here to oppose the motion which says social media has brought more harm than good in our society. Okay, so I shall be emphasizing my points on the...
So what house are you? House 1.
So I shall be emphasizing my points on the ongoing Acting Challenge reality TV show. So I can vouch that each one of us housemates here, every one of us, before leaving our respective rooms to this house, we all entrusted our social media page and accounts in the hands of either a manager or someone.
No side talks. Continue.
And in the hands of either a manager or someone who you trust. So, looking at it from that angle, you can't tell me that because of the wide range of which social media has, which the internet has now, people are more on their phones than they could sit and watch. People have a whole lot of workloads going on for them to come and sit down and be watching TV. So people are more engaged with their phones and social media. So this helps us to go fast and viral. So I'm going to say that the reason why each and every one of us entrusted our accounts into the hands of someone that is to promote, to project our talents out there into the world. This is something that I can say that only social media can do for you, that easily and that fast. So I hope that with this few...
My name is Mioka Mereji, popularly known as Millie. I am here to propose the motion that says social media has caused more harm in our society today. Now, number one, social media has caused a lot of minors to be victims of sexual abuse or even deaths. You will see a minor chatting on social media, trying to hang out with boys or even men, trying to have sugar daddies. At the end of the day, she doesn't even know who this man is. They try to meet, and then this man is a ritualist. What next? He kills her, tries to do money with her or something. Or he can even abuse her sexually. So now I heard one of my opponents saying, we have role models. Yes, I agree to that. We all have role models. But what if you don't have the facility or the means to be like your role model? Now this is what is called fakeness. Okay, this is what is called fakeness now. You try to be like your role model. You try to borrow cars, borrow clothes or whatsoever to be like your role models. It's not advisable to be like your role models, which you don't have the facilities as it is right now. And secondly, thirdly, social media has also caused more screen time and damages to the sites, most especially on our children. You will see the little children now, the upcoming children now, don't have time to study their books. A little-year-old child now is supposed to go and sleep, but then he will be on the bed, chatting, going through Instagram, seeing all sorts of stuff that he's not meant to see. At a very tender age, even pornographies, you can agree with me that the young ones are beginning to see pornographies these days. And we don't have, in our movies these days, our filmmaking these days, we don't have, it's been a while I saw PG-18 rather. I don't know if you can agree with me, PG-18. It's hard for you to see PG-18 in our generation these days. It's either PG-13, I've even seen PG-9, parental guidance 9. So with these few points of mine, I hope I'll be able.
Good evening, my panel of judges, my accurate timekeepers, my fellow debater, and my fellow housemate. My name is Bright Samari, also known as Wayward. I am here to move the motion that social media has done a lot of good to everyone, most importantly, the Nigerians than every other person. How do I mean? I come in from the scripture. I pick a part of it. On this rock I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail. In 2019, we had an epidemic called COVID-19 that took everybody back to the house. At that point, I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail. The gate of hell was trying to come against the gospel of Jesus Christ. But by the help of social media, we were able to still serve our God from the comfort of our houses. Not to mention so many, but a few. We have the popular streams of joy. What God cannot do does not exist. People now pray effectively from their houses. People now serve God effectively from their houses. So with this few points of mine, I hope.
Please, I do not need that side talk, please. We are in a serious business here. You do not laugh. Thank you. Please continue.
In this point, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you that social media has done a lot of good to us than harm. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, accurate timekeeper, distinguished judges, and my co-debaters. I'm here to educate you that social media has done more harm than good in our society. One, let's talk about the drug abuse. You'll be in your house, somebody will call you on the phone and tell you, guy, how far? Did you wrap that wheat? Without the use of social media, you won't get easily communicated. Let's talk about the drugs. The taking of drugs, the importing of drugs from the other country to another is through the use of social media, and that is really breaking down our generation now. The youth have gone down in our generation because social media is promoting more and is pushing them more to do drugs in our generation. With this point of mind, I hope you are convinced, not confused. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad.
Good evening, judges. My name is Rafa Promise, also known as Ehis. Good evening, my esteemed judges, my fellow opponents, and my dearest esteemed housemates. Today I'm opposing the motion that says social media has done more harm than good, with my following points. First off, let's look at the sexuality, as my opponents have said, and how social media has affected the use and the views of pornographic content. First of all, every adult content on social media has been rated 18, and every social media has a user agreement platform. Not forgetting the parental factor that affects the use of social media for under 18 teenagers, or per se young adults. Now, I overheard my opponents talk about education and how social media has done harm to education. First of all, the biggest research engine on social media right now is what? It's Google. And of course, even you, I believe, if you had access to social media right now, would have made use of it to counter my point. Also, on the educational sector, I'll take us far back 2018 when we had the popular SAT exam being introduced on social media. A lot of us benefited from that program, and of course we've added that certificate to our certifications. Furthermore, I also overheard my opponents talk about social media as a means of harm and rape. Believe me, you judges, social media, which has rated every content 18, please tell me, how would the same social media introduce or move your legs from your house to somebody who is going to take advantage of you?
After a long section of debate, the final decision on who wins is left in the hands of the theatre director. later in the day, they got a surprise visit from one of the best in Nollywood.
Whomever that you will be playing, I also give you a little guerrilla approach crash program into how you would be able to make stunt choreography work. And right here and now, we're going to have a little bit of physical into what we call sparring. Sparring happens even in boxing. It happens for any physical form of art, martial art. For me in Senegal, I did mixed martial arts, which is karate, kandushi, a bit of judo, and a little bit of local wrestling. And then, just like in the film that you saw, Ungi's War, I did a little bit of sword fighting as well. So basically, right here and now, is just for us to be able to know whether you look like the heroine kind of person. If we put you in an epic movie and you're supposed to be the villain, or you're supposed to be the victor, will you look like the character? Will you stand like the character? Will you behave like the character? We're going to try a little bit of body throwing to see whether you can make it work, and see whether that can also be part and parcel of an activity or a sequence for film, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do, I'm going to take you in groups of 6. 3 guys, 3 girls. 1, 2, 3. Ladies, 3 guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'll need another set of 1, 2, 3, 6 people, right? So, good. Ladies in front. 3, take a box. 1, 2, 3. The distance between you and the next person should be like that. Put your hands on your waist, elbows touch each other. The distance between you and the next person should be elbow to elbow. Beautiful. Now the guys too, come and stay behind. The distance between you and the next person should be elbow to elbow. Right? Now come out this way. You stay there. You come up this way. Beautiful. You come up that way. You move that way. Beautiful. Now hands down. Now I need you to put your left foot forward. Right? And take this position. Block. You see the way I put my hand? Beautiful. It's a fist in front, and this should be that way. Block. Like that. Block. Like that. Like that. Beautiful. When you put your thumb in your fist, imagine impact. What happens? You break your thumb because it's in there. So avoid putting your thumb in there. Raise it up. Beautiful. So now this is a natural form of defense, right? This is for defense, this is for strike. And this is normally how you go into a fight. Normally some people go like this. A blow can go in between them. Now I want you to put your fist like this. Bring it like that. Now imagine if a punch is coming, don't defend it. You see this way? It can go in between there to your face. Right? So the reasons why you have a hand outstretched like a shield and this for punching is, if I'm going to have to come this way, this hand does this, you see? Just, I'm open for an attack. Boom. That way. Right? You see when I come, push it down like that, and you go with the punch. Like that. So when I come, this is what you do. Straight back, suck your belly in. Straight foot, right? Suck your belly in, right? Like that. Hands up. Down. Beautiful. Forward. So if I come in like this, you can block like that and boom, like that. That shouldn't go too far. Right? So now, I'm just going to teach you something. So this is what you're going to do. In attack,
right? If you're going to have to attack, the hand that is laid back is what goes forward, and the shield of a hand goes down to the waist. You go back down. So you're going like this and back, like this and back. Punch. Hey, not like this. You people make me start speaking people's languages. So I almost said Chineke. See. Look, beautiful. Then when it's coming back, it goes back to that angle. Now slowly with me on 3, 2, 1, go. Draw it back and defend. You go back. 3, 2, 1, go. Retreat. Now, you see what you're doing? You see, when you do this, you're moving forward. Look at the back of my feet. Right? You're standing this way. When you're going to engage in a punch, you're moving your whole body forward. You see the feet behind? You're moving forward. You're moving forward like that and back. On 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm back. Now this is what I want. When you're going to deliver it this time around, you're going to deliver it with a shout. Right? Imagine you're being backed to the wall. You're moving and there are people in front of you. And you just can't help it. You need to fight and you're there. And the first person that comes, you block that punch and you give it to them. So you're going to have to scream that. Are we good to go? Yes. On 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let me take the ladies first. In front. In front. The same scenario. The same scenario. Imagine someone, you know, there's a guy and he moves you into this alley and you take a wrong turn and you go, there's a wall. You can't, and you turn. You can't help it. You need to fight this guy. I need to see aggression written all over your face. On my 3 count, I need to see you punch. Okay, let's go. On 3, 2, 1, go! I don't need you to do. This is like all those 1960 Chinese movies. Don't make sure they go at end at first. You feel it, yeah, okay, I retreat. No. Keep it and come back on 3, 2, 1, go. Like that, and you retreat real fast. On my count. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. And then you come back to this. You see, continuity. No, you see, we're laughing. Continuity is part of what we had talked about in the flow of sequence. Right? You can't say then you start like this and then by take 7, you're doing like this. It won't work. See, like this. Not like this. It's like this. Break! 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 So we're going to take it 3 times. Like this. Look at what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Like that. You're always like this. Okay. So you. Wonderful. Silent emotion, the same thing. Deaf and dumb, you just finished fighting 3 hours. And then 300 people are surrendering to you. You just found out that in fact, the king and the queen of the last kingdom that they sent these people to you are actually your real parents, that your tongue was cut at childbirth, just so that you would not be able to say who you were, and you were taken into slavery. So finding out that your people are now coming down and surrendering to you, at the end of the day, you're going to end your roar of victory with tears, with silent emotion, on 3, 2. Okay, what happened?
I was trying to get my ears and eyes and I slipped off. That was all.
Wow, okay. You see that thing that you guys were talking about? He took his rope to the point where he actually stopped himself from breathing. He almost passed out. Because he went into, the energy was coming from his belly into here. So he, don't, right? Now, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
Now, people like him want to actually feel. He actually wanted to take himself into that kind of thing. It actually took control of him. You get? This reminds me of one of those films that they did in the early 1970s, The Exorcist. Who has watched The Exorcist? Yes, the lady and the priest in the movie went deep into understanding the characters of exorcism. The lady had to go and sit down with people that spirits were going to. The priest and the lady in the movie, in the real life movie, I think this was around 1980 something, they actually killed themselves. Why? Because ghosts actually really started visiting them. Yes. So as a method actor, one thing that you need to do is that you don't go 100% into defining who that character is so that you can easily slip out of it. You get, if not, it will overtake you. Just like how our friend over here almost passed out here. Right? Right? Right?
Action in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.